hosting लेना ही पड़ेगा, नहीं तो site down हो जाएगा. So you're taking it. There the approach is very methodical. There are some 1s, 2s, 3s and 4s that are there. So the hierarchy is there, the chronology is there.
Many organizations tilted and overlook the importance of the cybersecurity.
You have to keep it secure. You are taking others' data, right? वो दूसरे का है.
Hello everyone, I am Shyamjit Mukherjee. I am the project head of IEMA Research Development Private Limited, which is known as IEMLabs. So today we have Mr. J Ghosh, the director of Aaron Technologies. Thank you so much, sir, for coming here and join us this podcast.
Thank you for the invite.
Mr. Dev, could you share the story behind the inception of your organization and how it's begun and what's inspired you to establish it?
Okay, so let me put it in fewer words as possible. See, I did my BTech 94 to 98, and towards the last chapter, we have a project work which is there in every company. Every organization, every college, wherever you go, you have something like a project which sums up what you have done in your engineering. So we, in those days, in 98, came up with a project called web telephony. Now, when it was in its final chapter, we saw that there was a change in technology. A lot of things evolved when it comes to computer hardware. Now, let's remove the technical jargons from here. What we understood there is software is the primary key. It will drive many things. Okay. So thinking of that, I got into my MBA, what usually people did in those days. So another 2 years. So the year 2000, when I came out, I was kind of industry ready. And those days, our director, Dr. S.V. Kadvekar of my MBA college, it was called IMED Pune. So it's Institute of Management and Entrepreneurship Development. That was the full name of the college. So he said, "Beta, एक employee बनने से अच्छा है कम से कम एक आदमी को खिला सकते हो ऐसा employer बनो. Try and have a very small company also." I said, "Sir, I come from my parents are from service background. How will I do this, that?" He said, "You try it out." So 1 year I worked, and what I did is I saved most of the amount that I earned. The salaries were quite good, so we could afford it. And after that, I opened this company in the year 2001 itself. Okay. So 2000 I passed out, 2001 I opened the company. And it was in a very small and humble way that we did it. And what we got into at that time was, in line with what the industry required. So in our small, humble way, we started building websites. Web form was something was very important in those days because you would see newspapers in the year 2001-2, if you remember. Big college application forms used to be in the newspapers, a huge form, and that printing that in those days would have costed like 3-4 lakh rupees in a national daily. So how if you could give a URL and if people could do it, that was just the way things started, and that is how the journey went forward in a slow and steady manner. And one thing I wouldn't say is a good deal or a big deal or something to be proud of, but just as an information, we are still a bootstrap company. Okay. With a zero debt, a bootstrap company. So what you are privileged, your generation is privileged, like having funds. We did not have those privileges. No one knew what a startup is in those days in India.
That's true.
So that's about the starting part of it.
Are you currently collaborating with both the government and the private organization?
See, we don't have the liberty to focus on any sector.
Okay.
We are a humble MSME organization.
Okay.
So we will have to take whatever comes our way. That's what everybody should be doing. Okay. But again, we are very much comfortable with both the sectors. Internationally, we have worked with many private organizations, primarily in UK and US. US and UK are the places have a strong base. Now we see UAE is coming up in a big way,
way.
provided of course you're ready to work Sundays.
True.
So you'll have to think about that. But otherwise, the global scenario is it's opened up quite a lot. So clientele is not really a big issue.
How has your experience been working across this sector?
Government has its own pros and cons of working. You'll have to be very methodical. You'll have to be able to stretch your timelines, as and when required. And you will have to be very flexible.
Okay.
When it comes to private organizations, again, it's a different thing. Some of them are very focused. Some of them are completely out of focus. So literally, we need to go and do a kind of business guidance as to what is wrong with the thought process itself.
Yeah.
So wherein this is something you will not find in the government sector. So we are comfortable with both these sectors. In fact, in the private also, if you look at the startup sector, again, that's a different ball game altogether, how you approach that. So we are quite comfortable with all
Both
these
sides.
sectors. Yes, we have been associated a lot with the government sector work, as you might have seen. There, the approach is very methodical. There are some 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s that are there. So the hierarchy is there, the chronology is there. Where in case of private, that is not there. So, but I wouldn't say something is bad or good or to avoid or not to avoid. It's all of them are good enough.
Do you think that in today's digital landscape, many organizations tend and overlook the importance of the cybersecurity measure and safeguard the data, maintains the compliance?
I think most of the people are not aware of it.
Okay.
In the year 2004 or 3, I remember having gone for an ASCOM conference where I met Professor Dr. C.R. Chakravarti.
Okay.
All of you know that he's one of the the pioneers of cybersecurity in India. I think even when you were born, I think he started probably.
Sure,
That
sure.
was his background. Now the thing is, see, if you have an office or you have a home, right? Now, sometimes people are not aware that you should have a theft insurance, a fire insurance, a natural calamity insurance. You're not aware, then it's a problem.
True.
When you have a car, because ACCO comes and tells you, buy the car insurance, if you're aware, you have also become aware because police will catch you.
True.
So the problem with cyber security today is you need a police to catch you first. Then only people will understand that this data that you have, when you make a software, what you are taking others' data, right? वो दूसरे का है.
True.
Your email ID belongs to you. Your phone number is yours.
Definitely.
Your photograph is yours. That's not mine, or it's not free for the public, right? So when you have something of which doesn't belong to you, but you're storing it, you have to keep it secure.
True.
You just can't point blank put up your hands and say that I got hacked. See, everyone can get hacked. Yesterday, if you would have seen in the news, some kids, they have hacked, the biggest, intelligence agency in the world, the CIA. And they are not even adults. So it's not that you're not vulnerable, but the point is, how can you reduce your vulnerability? That is very important. How can you reduce? You cannot nullify it. Nobody can nullify. Everything in the world is hackable. Everything in the world is breakable. Yes, but you will have to at least try and protect it. Many of the people are not worried about it because they feel, how does it matter if I don't do it?
True.
And why should I spend on something that doesn't matter?
Yes.
Hosting लेना ही पड़ेगा, नहीं तो site down हो जाएगा. So you're taking it.
True.
अगर free में कहीं hosting मिलता है, लोग डाल देते हैं आज की डेट में. I know many of the top companies in the world who use free Gmail IDs because it's available for free.
True.
I have had questions which have been put up to the Google teams in seminars where people ask, how does it matter? Now, you writing samajit.mukherjee@gmail.com or samajit.ima@gmail.com and writing samajit@ima.com, does it make a difference?
Definitely.
For some people, it doesn't.
True.
Now, security is worse than that. Why should I do it? Why should I spend money?
Yeah.
But the day you have a legal case on you, the day you are accountable, then you come to know, अरे क्यों नहीं करा है? So first thing is either you are resilient because it's your choice. But now scenario is changing. I've been in the government, production things for a long time. Those days there were many government organizations who were not bothered. Now we see the IT cell comes up to us and says this security audit has to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It has to be done. So it's how you, let people know that this is relevant or this is required. नहीं होने से क्या होगा? It's only when people see that it is risky, then only people will start doing it.
Do you believe that cybersecurity should be priority for every organization and regardless its size or scale?
See, security protocols, I think anybody who codes will definitely not want to keep gaps there.
Yeah.
A coder is generally very honest to what they're doing.
Yeah.
Now, as far as compliance goes, you will
Yes.
see in many of the countries where a non-compliant software will have its own problems in, coming into the picture itself. Now, when it comes to government, there's a regulation. At least you know that government is regulated. You will have to do it. If you don't do it, then the government, people who are behind that particular division will face a lot of problems. So that is quite sorted out. It will be done by somebody or the other. You approach CDAC, they don't do it, then it comes to all the insert certified organizations. So they will be definitely doing it. So government is sorted in its own place. Now when it comes to you're discussing about private. Now private, see, when you keep data, you can put it anywhere, right? When it comes to India, it is very particular. Their government is particular. You keep it in the India data centers and other things. But in the World Wide Web, nothing is completely protected. Yes. Now, when it comes to coding, I told you, coding can be done by a very junior level person, a very senior level person, but any organization which is, a good one, let's say, let me not say big in volume, but in terms of hierarchy, they've got senior people who are there. They will understand that these are the protocols to follow. Okay. Now, in spite of that, there'll be mistakes. We have also made so many softwares. We've come to you. You have found some mistakes, isn't it? It's not that all of them we pass audit straight away. So mistakes will be there. Things will be vulnerable somewhere or the other. Someone while coding might have, left something, some stone unturned. So these issues will be there. But then, what are you there for? You let us know what are the problems. There are many methods to find it. We have our own internal framework wherein we have our own softwares wherein we find those things, and then again we come to you and say, please find something else. You might have seen that why are these hackathons and other things done? Many of the movies we see, उसने वो hack कर दिया and उसका antivirus बना दिया, then वो करोड़पति बन गया. Because if you can find a vulnerability also, it's a big thing. So that's why audit is important, where they will at least test you for the basic things. So that every Tom, Dick and Harry cannot hack you. Maybe a great person can, but that great person will not put his time into each and everything. He will try to hack a bank or something else. He will not come to a website which is, let's say, selling clothes. Any e-commerce or quick commerce, then they won't be, interested in that. If we were discussing prior to this that somebody had, say, 55,000 subscribers or 55,000 clients, they are not bothered. But as a company, it is very important you understand that what is your asset. Your asset is the details of those 55,000 people.
True.
Now, another company beside you, if they get access to those 55,000 people, it's a gold mine for them. We've worked very closely. Now, we're talking of software. Now, software primarily has three parts. One you see is SaaS, which is a different thing. Then you have something which is a customized product, which is made specific to a particular organization, a particular company. In between, you have something called COTS, commercial off the shelf, which is quick, but again, it is quite, you can say, manageable or changeable to the requirement of the client. It is faster to deploy. Now, these COTS and customized, SaaS has got its own protection level. There's nothing to worry about. People say that, yes, I can hack Google, yes, but it's difficult. Not, and unless that account is very important, people will not spend time on that. So if you're a CEO of, say, a $1 billion company, then your mail and other things, they have their own protocols. Now you come into these COTS and customized softwares. Whenever you utilize any of these products, wherever you store it, wherever is your server, Either you can go for something like a very expensive server like a GoDaddy, or maybe still better than that, or you go in for a small company, that's different. But like the way your team has guided our team, like these are the protocols, you follow them, these are the things that are important, these are the things that are mandatorily to be in place. So at least those things, if it can be followed, and if a proper protectivity for your organization can be maintained, that is important, so that you are less vulnerable. And when you become answerable, by chance there's a court case, there's a litigation, at least you have proof that you have tried your best and still things have gone wrong. Then it's a different thing. But if you're negligent, then it's a different thing. See, the most difficult things you see doctors face cases.
Yes.
Now, what is the only case they can fill? Negligence, isn't it?
True.
They cannot face a court case or cannot be prosecuted because they have taken a little risk in trying to save the patient. That's not the thing. But if they have not been negligent, then they have been fair. So any organization, government for sure, any private company, even if you are spending 1 lakh for a software, try and save 25,000 for an audit. If you spend 10 lakhs, then try and you have to consider that that's a part of the project. You cannot feel ki, oh, I have done this, now this is an extra expenditure. No, that's a part of the project itself. So people have to first understand that. Only then they will understand what are the risks, what if they don't do, what will happen. Or the other way around, then you first take risk.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a great conversation with you. We learned a lot of things from you, and as well as it's a very helpful for our viewers also. Thanks for coming, sir.
Thanks a lot for the opportunity.